Hey yo!
Hello!
Hello, Watson.
Look at him, he's got a cartoon pipe.
I kind of lost my temper last time, but I think I figured out what we were meant to be doing despite interruptions and not actually knowing what that bitch at the window said.
We've got to talk to that guy.
No, we've got to find the little helper children.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, you missed him. It zoomed in ominously
him?
on him. Yeah, that's it. Ominously
there.
on him.
Hey! He's so short. Click.
Hello, young man. How are you?
I recognise
How are
him.
you?
It's the lad who sells newspapers, who is always calling outside our windows at Baker Street, early in the morning.
First
Hello,
time's
Mr.
in.
Holmes. It's a treat to see
Hello.
you again. What can I do?
You can tell me everything
Would you
know.
happen to know an old sailor who goes by the name of the Captain? A poor man who hits the bottle a bit hard.
Of course, Mr. Holmes. He's there at the end of the street. Round to the left he is. But be careful. He can be a tough
Round
customer,
to
that
the
one.
left.
Very good, my young man. The
It's like he's
doctor will
trying to
give you a
be
little
slangy,
something.
but
Watson?
Huh? I
round
say,
to the
Holmes.
Is he always such a skinflint with you, Mr. Holmes? Well, thanks to you, Mr. Holmes. Anytime you need me.
Holmes, not Olms.
Yeah.
Jeez!
Can you backhand him?
He said to the left.
Everything he
I'm
owns.
guessing this is the left. Why?
Baby, it looks full as well.
This is like Silent Hill shit. Like Bioshock or something.
Ugh.
Hello. Oh. I keep thinking I need to press E to talk to people.
Got a shilling, Gov.
No.
I think it's all that Bioshock Infinite. That game is really boss, by the way.
I can hear someone coughing more than is natural.
Everybody
Yes,
should play
Watson.
that
The
game.
poor man cannot be too far away.
I'm going to be playing that game again at some point, probably.
And it will be recorded.
Yeah.
To the left. That one, to the left.
To the left, to the left.
He's a captain.
If, in order to listen to us,
I don't
this
think
man
he's actually a
imposes
captain,
as
that's just
condition
his
that we find his pet
nickname.
cockroach, there will be another murder in Whitechapel today, Watson. Yours.
Ah,
Ah,
That sounded like he was laughing. Ha ha ha. Eh, eh, eh. Oh,
I
look,
was reacting. Oh god.
oh god, I didn't mean- I'm sorry.
he is in a critical state, Holmes. He has barely a month left.
Is there a way, dear doctor, to ensure
doesn't
that this
look like he's
last month
bothering
passes
anyone.
in silence?
Really, Holmes, sometimes you... Oh, really?
I
I will
think
make
that's the
note of
most
some
caring he's
medicine to
been
get immediately
correcting.
that will relieve his pain.
Very well. I will locate an apothecary or a clinic.
Apothecary? Fucking hell, how far back is this?
So I have to locate an apothecary or a clinic. Any input?
Find the medicine, Holmes. We must make haste.
Yeah, helpful input.
Find the medicine, Holmes.
No, I
We
was talking
must
to
make
him, not
haste.
you.
I'm not being funny, but if you've got a month
Right.
left, how much haste do you have to give? Gee.
Batty Street. Oh, look at him! Oh, his arm's going through. That looks painful.
That's pretty bad.
Oh no, he's walking towards me. Oh,
Silent Hill.
okay.
I have nothing to ask.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Why is everyone drinking down here? I don't like this guy. Where am I going? Apothecary.
Apothecary.
Hello.
What are you looking for? Chicks,
You're
opium,
too close.
girl, sailor.
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 He sounds like a bit of a sailor if you get one of them.
Okay. Hang on.
What?
Map.
Map.
Lucy's lodgings at boarding house. Police station.
Dead end.
Clinic. That's where I need to go. Imagine if we had just tried to find it in the hall.
Did it
of London.
teleport you there?
This building is
Yes,
a clinic.
this has fast travel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you just go to map, you click on one of the little circles and it's like ping! And Holmes, he whops out his magic teleportation
Oh, yeah,
device
yeah.
and he just steps on it and yeah, away he goes.
Elementary.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Watson didn't write about that in the stories. It was too ahead of
Because
his time.
he was too busy sitting with the drunk, wasn't he?
Yeah. And the other weird walking man, yes.
Good day, sir.
Ominous.
Dr. Gibbons.
Dr.
You aren't
Gibbons.
from around these
Can you
parts.
put down the syringe?
Indeed, Doctor. It is for someone from your neighbourhood that I am here, though. His doctor asked that I acquire some medicine on his behalf. I have the note here.
Dr. Watson? Not from round here neither. This medication is quite dear. Certain documents are necessary to obtain them for free.
Oh, can't you just give me stuff? I have a knife.
It'll be a lot easier.
I have a knife.
He does. She does.
Give me my
does.
medicine. Look, he looks really ill himself.
Yeah.
I don't have it. You'll have to accept my spare change. Will it be enough?
Enough to relieve your patient for a month. Would you like me to make this prescription available after that time?
According to Dr. Watson, that won't be necessary.
The possibility of a recovery?
A definitive one, yes.
There, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
Death apparently is a recovery from illness.
It's rather quiet here.
An unusual chain of events. The majority of the people hereabouts went out last night to see the great fire at the warehouse. The patients that I was minding and my staff were no exception.
So
The former were dramatically healed, and the latter ended up sick.
So
And with
where
the
are all the
murder
people
last
that are
night,
sick?
most of the
That's
people
what he's
who
on
weren't
about.
working wandered over to the scene of the crime. Their little aches and pains will wait until tonight or tomorrow.
A squalid murder,
he
it
said
would seem.
everybody
Just
was
like what this
miraculously
area
ill
has
or
become.
made sick. So where are all the sick ones?
Right, he means
My
his
thanks,
staff
Doctor.
members were
Not
made
at all.
sick, so they were off today to go see watch the fire sort of thing. Sneaky little buggers.
Well, they're clearly not ill enough to stay in bed then. Who's this sloppy son of a bitch? Make the damn bed. Christ.
I mean, all he's doing is what? Staring at a syringe?
This lone plate with a fork next to it. A two-pronged fork.
And what's the doctor doing? Let's check out the doctor rather than making the beds. He is
Looking at his
tapping a
syringe.
Is this what I put in there? Okay.
What? How many times is he going to do this? What?
Back in.
What does he do with it? Why does he put it down? Oh, is he
okay.
actually putting it in there? Okay.
I don't think so. I think he's.
I think he might be overdoing it a bit though. Surely that
Well,
bottle
what
would be empty.
And there we go. Square it in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
How much does he need?
square in there.
This is what he
You're
does.
getting nowhere, Mr. Doctor.
This is
Dr.
what he does
Mister.
all day long.
There's beds to be made, plates to be tidied. And he says the other guys are off sick. He's just lazy as fuck.
No, because all of the other guys have miraculously been ill or gotten sick. He can stand around all day
Yeah.
just putting liquid in like a tin.
I wonder they're sick. They're bored.
God, I wish you would stop playing with that syringe all day.
Gives out.
Magic teleportation device, whee!
1080 no scope.
Hello.
Find the medicine, Holmes.
Oh, we have
must
it.
make
Did.
haste.
Did what you asked.
Don't burn it. We need that. Click.
Here is the medication, Watson. Is our man movable?
He should be able to stand in a few minutes and will no longer be suffering from his cough before long.
Consider the affair resolved. Accompany him to his
he's
nieces
probably
while
not
I
making
return
any
to the
noise.
boarding
That's a
house,
bit weird.
and then join me at the police station.
It's hardly annoying, is
Let's
it?
return to the boarding house.
To the boarding
To the
house.
boarding house. Away! Teleportation device. Go.
That's the noise it makes in your road. No reflection. Go and jump. Is there a jump?
No, there's no jump. Why is with all these games that don't have jumps?
Jeez.
Christ. Hello.
I have good news for you, Mr. Finley. We have sent the
not used
captain
to it
to
now.
stay with a relative, and he shouldn't bother you for a while.
I also have some good news. I have your police bag.
Thank you. I bid you good day.
Oh,
Think
it
you'll
was
be
nothing.
today.
Tell me, one of my wife's friends lost.
Another day, Finley. Another day.
Yes, I'm far too
Let's
tired
go
to
to
do
the
any
police
more of that
station.
detective work today.
I need to go for the syringe.
For hours.
It's all the rage.
Quite fashionable these days.
You're creepy.
You saw nothing. Hi.
So, what news do you have, Mr. Holmes?
Got your bag.
So, what news do you have, Mr. Holmes?
Got your bag.
I'm just trying to tell you.
So, what news do you have, Mr. Holmes?
Right.
Right, let's work this out.
Double click. Right click. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Are
there
you
you go.
sure it's the police bag that you lost?
Yes, but someone attempted to force it open. They didn't succeed, but now the lock is stuck.
Oh.
Perhaps you could...
You
see.
said that all I had to do was bring this back. You said.
He did say
You
that.
said. Everybody is so lazy.
Oh, there's a puzzle now and all sorts. What kind of lock's this? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Do they have to add up to a number? 1, 2, 3 maybe? I don't know.
2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4.
What were we doing? I don't understand. Did he give us a code?
No.
Let's talk to him. He must give us a code. We can't just hear spinning.
It's weird. Why does the number change?
Do you understand? Right, basically, that number's
Hold on.
going to... What?
A big thank you, Mr. Holmes.
What?
Nothing of it, my friend.
What happened?
I did that thing
How,
where
how didn't they force that open? Apparently just spin the dial some.
I did that thing where I miraculously figure things out again without
Oh.
you even knowing.
So,
God.
the reports.
Why don't you wait till the inspectors get back? You would certainly learn more.
If I wanted to meet the inspectors, I would have done so. So, give me the preliminary reports, and above all, do not mention my visit to anyone. Is that clear?
Sure, if that's what you want. Here are the reports.
Thank you, my good man. You know, I asked this ages ago, and you promised if I brought the bag back that you would just show it to me, but no, I had to open your...
Did take a while.
Didn't even give me a clue as to the code.
Yeah, we didn't need it apparently, but alright.
Her throat had been cut from left to right, 2 distinct cuts being on the left side, the windpipe, gullet, and spinal cord being cut through. A bruise, apparently of a thumb, being on the right lower jaw, also on the left cheek. The abdomen had been cut open from the centre of the bottom of the ribs, along right side, under the pelvis to the left of the stomach. There the wound was jagged. The omentum, or coating, of the stomach was also cut in several places, and 2 small stabs on private parts, apparently done with a strong bladed knife.
When they say vagina, they're like, oh,
No, private parts.
Private
Vagine.
Vajazzle.
Supposed to have been done by some left-handed person. Death being almost instantaneous.
Doesn't sound like an instantaneous death, to be fair.
Oh, I don't want to go into third person.
Have you obtained the preliminary reports?
Yes, we'll read them on the go. Let's to the scene of the crime at
Let's!
Bucks Row,
To
Watson.
the scene.
Let's to the scene, Watson. Let's to the scene.
You're such a scene kid, Holmes.
To the scene of the crime. Scene of Polly Nichols' murder. Go. Ooh, okay, that's fast.
Wow.
Sprint like we committed a murder.
Oh.
But what are all these people doing here, Holmes?
Apparently, they came to see the scene of the crime.
What about us? Aren't we going to see it?
We will return this evening, Watson. The circumstances should
Okay,
be
so what we're gonna do
ideal
till
for
then?
carrying out our little experiments.
Touch each other.
Later?
Well, Watson, we are at the scene
After
of the
the
Polly
touching.
Nichols
That was
murder.
quick.
Imagine the victim lying at the spot where she was found and try to discern all of the clues we can. Watson, you are a writer. I am therefore entrusting you with our
Good that you
deduction
clarified.
board.
Right.
It will help us to establish certain facts.
Understood, Holmes.
It's a very logical outline.
I was going to say, these are a bit intense,
That
aren't
one's
they?
a crap by comparison, to be fair.
They've even done, like, wounds
Yeah.
and blood.
Our ones are just like crappy little chalky stickmen, and they get a freaking artist's interpretation.
Oh, look, we can look at the people kissing. Hello.
This spot is deserted, Holmes.
No, it's not.
Prostitutes only come here
Exercise.
to exercise.
What? The prostitutes only go to Street to exercise. That's a clue.
This spot is deserted.
Oh,
Holmes.
shut up, Watson.
The prostitutes only come
How do
here
you know
to
anyway, you dirty porn
exercise.
dog?
He's been watching. He's been keeping watch.
Been soliciting.
Saucy boy.
There is only one streetlight lit on this street, Watson, and this spot is particularly poorly lit.
I can see why that's important.
Yeah,
Can see that.
can't see.
Okay, alright. I was looking at the door, but fine.
Right, we'll do that. That's
Right,
easier.
Let's
face.
look at this poor
Whoa!
woman more closely.
Oh.
Got colours now and all sorts.
Somebody colour that really fucking quick. Oh!
Wow.
Oh.
It's like the real body.
The tongue is swollen.
It's like she's poking it out.
Did they really
There's a
make a
bruise
chalk
on the left
outline
cheek.
of like accurate body situation?
No, I don't think it's actually meant to be a chalk outline. I think it's supposed to be her actual body, but for some reason it was a bit too... I don't know, but this is fine.
Yeah.
There is a bruise at the level of the right maxilla.
Yeah, but then why would the police light have been gone and the prostitute still going on? You know, with a corpse just lying there.
The throat was slit from left to right. There are 2 incisions. The throat was slit from left to right. A small pool of blood, 6 inches in diameter.
Boob.
Like... No, she has cracked tits. Is there anything else important, like on the ground, or... Nope. That looks about it.
Yeah, right.
The body was lying on its back, legs straightened slightly apart. The skirt had been lifted up to the middle of the body. The left
That's
hand
gonna
was
be
touching the
intense.
barn door. The body
The
was still
barn
warm.
door, is that
Let's
a pub?
reread the preliminary report for the details on the wounds inflicted upon this poor woman. The body was still
No,
warm.
no,
Let's
shut up.
reread the... There is a black bonnet near the left hand.
It's important. Oh, there's something important over here. Oh, there you go.
No marks on the ground. The
No,
ground
Mark,
is
that's
muddy.
important.
That was important. There are no marks
What
on the
about
ground.
the massive
It's so
gash
important.
going across her gash? Sorry,
No, it's her stomach.
stomach.
You
No
don't
signs
get to
of
see
blood.
the
Well,
gash
Watson,
gashes.
we have found all of the possible clues, I think. But we
Yay!
will now attempt to recreate the scene of the murder. Come closer,
How are we
Watson.
going-
I have to
what?
make you up.
What?
What?
You are joking, Holmes.
It's gonna turn him into a prostitute? I don't...
Why is he carrying makeup?
I
is this? I
feel
don't even-
ridiculous, Holmes.
Now, Watson, come and stand here in front of me. You shall play the role of the poor woman, and I shall
Bit
play
of
that of the
role-play in a
murderer.
dark alley,
Let's
why
try
not?
to reconstruct the facts to ensure the final
Give someone-
result
let's give someone-
corresponds indisputably
Let's give
to
the
the way that
prostitute
Polly
something
Nichols
to
was
look
killed.
at. Oh!
Oh yeah. Straddle.
What?
I hope that, as with the real murder, nobody had to witness all of that, Watson. If the murderer used his right hand astride his victim, there wasn't much room.
No, stop that.
What?
Right,
So what's this do? I don't
okay,
know.
so
He was
he was
left-handed,
left-handed, so
yeah.
you wanted to be like left hand. But he still had a knife.
Staring intensely.
But,
Why? Yeah. Go on, keep.
no,
I think it's just the left
No,
hand.
had the victim had her throat slit while standing, there would naturally be blood on the walls.
Yeah, so now.
What?
Yeah, so it's definitely.
No. No.
Lay him down. I think that's the only change you need to make is the left-handy thingy.
The murderer had enough room to inflict the wounds to the neck, and these wounds suggest the left hand was used.
Bam.
So dirty.
Now slow it down.
Okay.
That was fun.
That's enough fun for today.
Okay. Did we win?
Oh.
No. So.
The murderer had enough
No.
room to inflict the wounds to the neck, and these wounds suggest the left hand was used.
Okay.
Stop.
So
Stop. Now just say close at the top, right?
I did. That was what I
No,
did.
no, close. That's it, isn't it?
I don't think it is.
Can't do that. Do that little thing where you had the. Yeah, that's it.
Diet. Oh no, okay.
Wait, deduction. That's it.
Yeah.
That thing. Ooh.
Right, so it's a poorly lit street. No traces of blood on the walls. Dirty and damp ground. A black bonnet near the left hand, a little pool of blood, and the victim had her throat slit.
So a black bonnet is
Okay.
in the left hand.
Poorly
Poorly
lit street.
street.
Prostitutes only go down this street to exercise. Victim's holding her bonnet in her left hand. Bonnet
Top.
was already on the ground. The victim wasn't cold.
Top one. No, surely not.
I think it is. Victim wasn't afraid. No, maybe then. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was ready to exercise.
Oh,
yeah. No traces of blood on the walls, and the victim had her throat slit. Didn't have her throat slit while standing. I'm gonna pick that one. Didn't flow in
Yeah.
strong spurts. Dirty and damp ground. There were relations
Oh
on the ground.
yeah.
He could not have had relations on the ground. Was dead before being stretched out. No.
No, middle one. Yeah.
2. No footsteps. The tongue was bloated. Throat was sick. There. Courts are still warm, no footsteps on the ground, and the murderer cut open Polly Nichols' throat.
The victim, the murderer warmed the victim up. What, in a microwave? That's preposterous. They didn't have them then.
The tongue is bloated.
Strangled.
Strangled. Throat was slit from left to right. Murderer must have been sitting on the victim. Knife in the left hand, alright. Victim has a bruise on the right jawbone. It's caused by the hard pressure with fingers. No? Or is that something you can't do yet? Yeah, because I think the other ones appear over there.
Okay. Any more deductions?
Deductions.
Deductions?
The murderer had enough room to inflict the wounds to the
Shut up, Sherlock.
No shit, Sherlock.
Is that it? Is that...
I think that is.
So I think we need something over here. And it seems to just want me to keep doing this. Where is it?
Do the bare hands thing.
Yeah, that's
Standing
what I'm
up.
thinking.
Standing up.
Okay.
Right hand. No, left hand, because where the thumbprint is on the right side. Yeah.
This position is unlikely.
Really?
Yes, it's quite possible the events occurred like this.
Oh,
Other
he's
way
using
round.
his
Yeah,
right
yeah,
hand
yeah.
on the neck and the other hand on the face. That's silly.
Poor
My
Watson.
dear Watson, now that we have found all of our clues, nothing remains but to subject them to our most
but we've
likely
already done
hypotheses
most
in order
of
to
that.
deduce the facts.
The facts.
Oh, fuck.
Murderer
Bam.
was standing in front of the victim to strangle her. Would have been the killer's left hand because it was on her
Yeah.
neck. Yeah.
Right hand strangled. Left hand?
Left-handed.
No,
Two knives.
it's left or right. We're not too sure.
Right or left-handed.
Strong man.
The victim was most probably dead before being laid down. Once the heart stopped, gravity drained the body slowly, not in a heavy spurt that would have stained half the street.
Thank you, Holmes. I understand why you told me not to change clothes. Do you realize that our behavior didn't alarm anyone?
The victim's
Yeah,
ordeal
the
was even
Jesus,
more
I've just
discreet.
got on
By
with
acting
it.
in
Like,
silence,
nah.
we have confirmed something. The crime
That
definitely
doesn't look
took place
interesting
here.
over there.
The victim and her murderer were able to come here without making any noise, and afterwards the murder took place without the slightest cry being uttered. Come, Watson, let's go home. We have spent far too long in this sinister alley.
Why did we come early? When everybody else was
And
gawking
so,
at
my
the
dear
body.
Watson, the day and night which we passed in Whitechapel were enlightening, weren't they?
Very,
An
yeah.
adventure that I most certainly will never relate. To be in
Had a
the
wonderful
skin
time.
of that poor woman. I prefer not to speak of it further. But have we really learned anything about the murderer? Obviously a man, given the necessary strength.
We
Oh,
have
what?
little to go on.
Sexist.
There
What?
is no more
So
from the police.
sexist.
But in my opinion, Inspector
Women
Aberline
can
has a
be
trick or
strong.
two up his sleeve. No, I want to
seen
talk about the
pretty darn
facts and what we can draw
scary
from them.
pictures of
We know where the crime was committed
those
and under
bodybuilding
what
women.
conditions. I would like to
Jeez.
ask you about the possible motives for the crime. According to you, Watson, what could have pushed the murderer to act in such a way?
Sociopath.
Right, so I don't think it was
Madness.
revenge. It wasn't love.
Not,
Not
theft.
theft.
Black body.
Maybe black magic? Possibly. Victim suffered horrible mutilations.
Yeah, that'd go with the black magic, to be honest.
Victim lived in misery. Resentment can lead to irreparable acts.
Revenge, Holmes?
Revenge could be a possible motive, but with one small reservation. We have reason to believe that the victim considered her murderer to be
Yeah,
a
so it was
typical
a
client.
That bottom one for love.
Yeah. No, that's
Black
that one.
magic?
I'm not terribly interested in the occult or black magic. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to this motive.
Was an occasional prostitute.
Love.
A personal drama?
Love can certainly lead to many a drama, but we have to consider the fact that the victim didn't know her attacker.
Suffered horrible mutilations.
Madness.
Madness.
Homicidal insanity, Holmes.
It is indubitable that the man who did
Indubitable.
this to Polly Nichols is not of his full senses.
Seems about right. Victim lived in misery.
Theft, perhaps.
I have a hard time believing that someone would attack poor Polly so fiercely just to rob her of a few coins.
Revenge is a possibility.
Elementary.
Elementary.
Very well, Watson. I think that we've exhausted the topic. Take a rest and we'll speak again later.
Ah, it would seem that the investigation is advancing, Holmes. Yesterday's Star
Whatever.
said that a
Whatever,
suspect
Star.
is in the hands of the police. A man with a rather sinister...
What happens for the rest of the game?
I was about to join you in your optimistic outlook until you informed me that the good news came from the press, Watson.
Exactly.
But surely they wouldn't invent the fact that the police are holding a
Yeah, they
suspect,
would.
or the acts that are attributed to him.
Exactly
You'll have an
that.
exact answer to these two questions in less than 50 seconds, Watson.
Pardon?
Enter, Inspector.
He's so good.
Good day.
Counting.
He's not even looking at
Dear
us.
Watson, allow me to introduce Inspector Aberline.
know what was so
Inspector
interesting over
Dr.
there.
Watson.
Inspector?
To what do we owe the honour of your presence, Inspector?
I heard that the two of you made your way to Whitechapel a few days ago. Your arrival, you are aware, coincides with a very serious affair which our police service is going to great lengths to solve and which is creating strong tensions in the area.
Pardon me, but haven't you arrested someone? A certain
Leather
leather
apron.
apron?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. The man who hides behind this name
murdering
is
game.
indeed being actively searched for by the force. Besides, nothing at the moment suggests that he is the Bucks Row murderer.
Oh, well, when
There,
somebody
you've
dies
been
whilst he's in
enlightened,
prison,
Watson.
then we'll
Now
know.
it is our turn to answer Inspector Aberline's questions.
Indeed. I will be brief and precise. Do you intend to investigate this case,
Why's he got
or have
such
you
serious
already
eyebrows?
started?
It is to be of service to a friend that I went to
likes his
Whitechapel.
eyebrows.
We did, out of curiosity, familiarise ourselves with the preliminary
There was a
reports,
thing on the
and we
wall.
made our way to the scene of the
Look at
crime.
those stick
Our
figures.
conclusions are slim, as are the
What is
clues.
that?
Having
They're
not been
dancing.
officially appointed by a client, I believe that my intervention
that
in
one.
this business will end there.
Very well. To be frank, you take the weight off my shoulders by distancing yourself from the case. Our image isn't very good, to say nothing of what the press puts us through. Thus, if overnight they found out that you were on the case, people would turn against us.
And they would pester
Sorry,
me,
bro.
I don't
overwhelm
like
me,
when the
and
subtitles
finally
don't match
make me
what
out
they
to be
say.
responsible for the inevitable failure such a scenario entails. Neither you nor I wish for this to happen. I know that your time is precious, Inspector. I will send you a note regarding my conclusions shortly.
With pleasure. Gentlemen,
Get out of here.
Do you think that he will find the murderer?
The chances are slim to non-existent. It is 7 days now, short of a confession from the murderer himself.
And you will not go further?
You heard the Inspector, Watson. My presence in Whitechapel would hinder, which doesn't mean that we will drop the
Of
case.
course it doesn't. Shut up.
How is that?
The
Well,
Inspector
only
spoke of
hinder.
me, but not of us.
He's above the
It is
law.
you, Watson, who will lead the investigation tonight. It is you who will bring to the police station the little note that I will write regarding
love
our
it when,
conclusions. Despite the
when
late
you
hour,
get
there is
Sherlock
nothing to
Holmes
stop
game
you
and
from
you end
making
up playing
inquiries
Watson the
about this
entire
famous
time.
leather apron while you are there.
And you're Watson.
Oh.
God, I'm so fat. I'll stop that. They're another 6 novels long.
Yeah. The man is unquestionably mad.
The hunt continued. Leather apron. Is that the best he could come up with for a nickname? They call me the
Leather
slasher.
apron.
They call me Leather Apron.
I mean, Jack the Ripper was quite
Yeah.
creative. Yes. Compass. Pencils. Holmes,
Scary
Holmes,
painting.
you messy little tyke.
Ugh,
Holmes.
elementary, my dear
Let's go in.
Watson.
Oh, no, I don't want to go there. What's in here?
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Wow.
Pillow on the floor.
Alright.
Crumpled up stuff.
This is Watson's room.
Yeah. Now, he hasn't got Holmes for being messy, but he's just throwing his pillow on the floor and he's got
Papers
paper
everywhere.
and shit everywhere.
Watson.
Although that is very shiny.
Bam.
Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Shing. Shong shing.
Why does he have such like a feminine looking extra mild shampoo?
Extra mild shampoo. It's so mild, it's extra mild.
Which means this is Holmes's room?
Is that himself?
I think so.
No, this is Watson's room. He loves Holmes so hard.
No, because there's sheet music on the floor and a magnifying glass and stuff.
Slippers.
Those are some nice slippers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and his disguises.
And a very, very scummy mirror to hide the fact that they didn't want to put reflections in again. And a dashing...
It's fantastic. I
Dashing
love
wig
the
and
stuff.
moustache.
Everything.
Oh, and he has a mannequin and everything. Oh, this is an interesting room. Anyway, I think it's about time to call it here. Oh look, it's the same picture, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do it twice.
It's a bit weird.
Anyway, yeah, it's about time we call it here. So, next time, I guess we're going to the police station.
I'm gonna meet some leather apron fellow.
I'm gonna try and find out some stuff about that guy. And hopefully-
Solve the case.
Yeah, solve the case all in the next episode.
Yes.
Alright, this is
So
a short
good.
game.
Look.
Bye, guys.
Bye.